Hello, my lovely creatures. Today I prepared a reading for the new moon in Aries, and I've chosen this one is gonna be it's been going very interestingly the way I have been preparing it. So first of all, you'll be choosing your groups with crystals. Bear in mind I might make a mistake with two of the crystals, even three of them. So yeah, three groups. Group one, I think this is an onyx. I'm pretty sure it's an onyx. It's quite solid and glossy. Group two, you got the black tourmaline. And group three, you got selenite, I think. So yeah, go with whichever crystal. Let me just show them to you again. So onyx, black tourmaline, and selenite. And today's one, the reading, will be all about what the new moon is pushing us into creating for ourselves. And actually you're gonna see, I'm gonna tell you about the spread. I'm gonna start with group one. So hello group one, you got onyx, and to be honest, last year I was using onyx and it's powerful. It helps with really working with negative energy, and it's strong. It's definitely very strong. Now what I've done here is I've prepared 10 oracles actually, which these are the oracles, and there will be I'll have 9 cards, which will be 3 by 3, which will represent the 3 stages of the creation of this process. And we're gonna have one card, which is the overall energy. And also I have prepared tarot here. And let me just get one card. I guess I'll be doing asking spirit for each group, should I be taking reversals or not, because we got the Ace of Wands here reversed. So let's see. Knight of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, I'll be taking reversals with you guys. So let's go. So let me just make the spread itself and we'll see how we're gonna go. 1, 2, and 3. Awesome. And now this goes here. We're gonna go. All right. Beginning. You guys got autumn. So I'm hearing something long overdue, and we got the Ace of Wands reversed. Something which it's like stagnant energy. It's like something which you've really wanted to create in your life, but you're just always stopping yourself, or maybe you didn't have the option to do so. Maybe universe has been like, no, not the right time. No, not the right time. And now it's like, come on, let's get done. And because it's autumn, it's finishing up something, getting the harvest, just paying your dues, I heard, and just moving forward with whatever must be happening. And autumn is in this deck the last season, because the first season is winter, where something starts to be created, and autumn is the one which things are dying out. So some kind of energy, repressed energy, something which was not pushed, something which was not created, is now the time for either to be released or to be created, I heard. The first cycle of creation, we got the moon with, oh my god, Ace of Cups, amazing. It's time for you to connect with the first part of how you're going to be creating. This is really connect to spirit, intuition, emotional states, meditations. Maybe you're meant to bring your cup somewhere to express emotions, but I think this is more about spirituality, more about connection, more about really going in tune with the energy of what you're meant to be doing. I'll be seeing like the whole cycle, how it's going to be represented, and then we're going to talk about the first part. Reddening. Something is ready to ripe. And we got the King of Swords, where I feel like the message here was, I I, I know it's right. I know it's ready to be done for, but I'm not listening to my logic. I'm not listening to what I should be doing. Rather, I'm trying to hide from it. I'm trying to not think about how things are happening. But something is already done. Something is already ready for you to move forward. And glass, which represents transparency, seeing through. 8 of Cups. Here, with the first stage, what you're meant to be doing is connect to spirit, so that you can like this now is not about listening to your logic and what is meant to be done logically. Here it's about connecting to the divine, because you already know there is transparency about you letting go, moving forward. The red cape represents, I'm drawn to the red cape at the moment for some reason. It represents, I know that there is something better for me. I know that there are good things coming up for me. So the first stage for you is stop listening to logic. Settle down into the energy. Create a space for yourself which is not associated with, well, this I think is how it should be. This is not how it's gonna be. Stop trying to find logic in things. And what was this again? Reddening, yeah, ready. You're ready to no longer, like, it's been, again with the Ace of Wands, it's been some time where you've been like, yeah, I'm not really sure if this is meant for me or not. No, it's meant for you. It's meant for you to be moving forward. So the first part of the whole spread, if there is some kind of a love situation or emotional fulfillment, you're being asked to let go of the past, which no longer serves you. Stop trying to find logic in things of why you should be letting go. Rather, move. There is transparency here. You already know the truth. Stop trying to manipulate yourself into thinking that that's not the case. Now, the second stage, Mars. This is where you'll be taking action. The Tower reversed. I feel like we're in Aries season, and you're gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna create a Tower moment. This has been long overdue, and now it's time for me to break this structure. And I'm hearing the message of, it's not about destruction. It's not about you destroying anything. Rather, it is you changing things. This is not about you creating chaos. This is about you creating a situation where this structure is no longer serving you, and you're gonna take action towards rebuilding. Because yeah, the Tower reverse can represent you choosing not to go through a Tower moment, but for me this is a free fall where the divine is like, don't worry, you won't go, like, you don't need to go overboard with this energy. What you can do, however, is move forward with this new energy. Yes, there will be tension. Yes, there will be discomfort, but it's for the good of all. I was hearing the good of yourself and all. So bear this in mind, that this will be a time, this will be just the beginning of the second cycle. Against nature. And I'm getting the message of your personal nature, of who you are usually. It's like different now. So I'm getting the message of, I am like that, but now it's time for me to be different. And we got the Star. It's time for you to heal. It's gonna be a moment of healing. It's gonna be a moment of optimism. It's gonna be like, there is no logical proof that things will be good, but I choose things to be good. I choose to have a positive mindset towards this. I don't know how it's gonna happen. I don't care how it's gonna happen. Universe, spirit, God, whatever. Help me to create this, because I'm leaving everything in your hands. From my side, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be changing. I'm gonna choose good. I'm gonna choose positivity. But how it's gonna happen, I don't know. Not me specifically, you. You're gonna just adopt this new mentality. darkening. So the end of the second cycle is gonna be something being, how to say, hidden, something being uh, closing, something which was meant for like it to, like a light was shining. In a light shining, this means that it has been showing up constantly. It's been something which is very often shown, and because it's darkening here, let's see what the card is. Yeah, the Five of Cups reversed. You're gonna be moving away from emotional fulfillment, and I think that what is going to be happening here is you're no longer be settling for this energy of, oh, I feel so sad, I feel so unfulfilled, I feel so like discomfort. Now it's going to be like, I'm closing that chapter. I've been stuck with the Ace of Wands reversed. I've been stuck and I'm so ready. So first stage is connection. The second stage is taking action towards positivity and leaving behind something which no longer serves you. And right, like we have the Eight of Cups here, and then we have the Five of Cups right underneath reverse. So this is talking about whatever emotionally does not fulfill you anymore. Babes, move from that, and don't go overboard with the Tower being like, I'm gonna break everything, like everything must fall apart. No, it's more about, I need to change. I need to change. I need to be connected to the divine. I need to connect better to the universe. That way I'm able to move forward, because this isn't serving me anymore. And it's not about other people I'm sensing, it's about you specifically. And now the third stage of creation. Winter, oh my god, look at that. You started with autumn and then you get winter. This is where things start to work out for you. And what is this? Judgment reversed. There's not going to be any judgment. And you might be sensing like, is there going to be karma if I do that? No, there won't be karma. You won't be called out. I'm sensing the energy of, I feel like I'm going to create something new or change something or do something bad. This will bring bad karma. This will bring bad things to me. This will bring a call where you're like, you shouldn't have done that. You're a bad person. No, I feel like it's going to be the other way around, where Spirit's going to be like, it's the other way around. We've been trying to make this call for you, and the call is happening. The reckoning is happening with this situation where you're gonna understand that when you change, I'm hearing the energy, when you change who you are, this does not mean that you're gonna get bad things happen to you. Actually, this is what's meant to be happening for you. Then you got the new pearl, which is this energy of patience, taking your time. Two of Swords, Libra energy. You're really gonna be thinking about, is this really gonna work out? Is this really working out? Which choice should I be making here? And I think that what's gonna be happening is you shouldn't be making any choices. You're just meant to change and create this process for you, and things are gonna start unfolding by themselves. You're not meant to make choices. You're meant to change towards a positive mindset and wait and listen to your intuition. And the end of the third cycle, Mercury, transportation, communication, just I get this energy of movement. Oh, look at that. Ten of Pentacles. You're gonna receive amazing news at one point. Listen, I'll give you an example so you know what I mean with the third part. Was it in December? Was it in January? I don't know. But I had that energy and that spread when I was reading for the collective and myself, because I was choosing a group. And I said, if you can't make the choice, the universe is gonna make a choice for you. Which it definitely did. And I think here, you're not meant to make a choice, because if you do, there might be a reckoning. Here, the choice, which is gonna be in the first stage, is connect. Then you got movement, change, no longer staying stagnant, moving forward from something emotionally, being like, I'm not gonna dwell on this. I don't care. Whatever has happened. I need to be different. And then we got this whole new spread where you're like, Do I need to make any different choices about things? Should I be choosing things? No. No. You're meant to stay in that, wait it out. Just the only thing which is asked of you here is what was meant for you to do is to move forward with the energy which was already stagnant, which you were already sensing with the Ace of Wands reversed, and to connect with spirituality, connect with your intuition. Everything else will unfold by itself, and babe sees it good. You got the Ten of Pentacles, abundance, happy family, marriages, amazing things are happening. And you're gonna receive news about that. Like things are gonna be moving fast. Just don't make any rash decisions, because the new pearl represents taking time for things to unfold. And oftentimes this is staying in the discomfort. You are meant to stay in discomfort in this situation. Oh, okay, you're not meant to stay in the discomfort. You're meant to go through a process which shows you that you're no longer meant to be in discomfort. I'm going to be coughing, maybe that's the message. You're meant to stay in this situation where you, because I feel like the swords are communication, and oftentimes you choose to communicate something or to say something too rash, and here you're going to be asked, wait it out, listen to your intuition. Come on, Ace of Cups. Oh, you're just like, I don't want to listen to spirit, I want to do whatever I want. Listen to your intuition, whatever your intuition is saying, not what your mind is saying. Also, this can represent being too rash in how you communicate, being too strict, being tough, being like a cutthroat. So bear in mind with this energy. Overall, this whole spread for me, what you're being asked from the new moon is to create a new possibility for yourself through connection with spirit, taking the right steps which do not create a tower moment, rather they, because I feel like you're already undergoing a tower moment at the moment. Tower moment means that a structure, a moment, like lightning struck, something happened, and you're just like, I'm so lost. I feel like my whole world is falling apart. Here, you're meant to not indulge in that energy. You're meant to be healing. You're meant to be moving forward. You're meant to be taking the correct action at first through spirituality, through healing, emotional states, and then moving forward with this new way of being, which I assume is optimism, and being like, I'm not going to take any decisions at the moment, and you're going to see how things are going to turn out fine for you. And the onyx here is, you're working with tough energy. You're working with negative energy here, and you're being cleansed from that. I assume your spirit guides, your spirit team, angels, whatever you believe in, is helping you to work through this discomfort, to work through this energy, which is hard, which is very, very tough. But this is meant for you to work through. Oh, my nose is itchy. For me, this is superstition that I might go into a fight, so I hit myself. So yeah, don't fight with people. I know that we are all feeling the fiery energy of Aries. Try to, I'm gonna say it like that, because this is what I think I'll be doing. Until the 21st, until everything relaxes, I'm not going into fights. After that, definitely. But for now, I'm just gonna be keeping things a bit simple. I'm gonna bite my tongue. Not in a way where I don't acknowledge what I want to say. Rather, I'm gonna be doing it from the lens of, oh, maybe I shouldn't say that. Like, I shouldn't say the first thing which comes up on my mind, because this might create tension for people around me. So yes, group one, take time to relax, to connect with spirit, do a ritual for the new moon, ask spirit, what should I be creating for myself? I want abundance, I want my happy family, how should I approach that? And spirit will assist you. Do not take any further action by yourself. Let the universe guide you in this process. Thank you so much, group one. Now, group two, hello. I'll be going with you guys as well, because I want this reading as well. Now, first of all, black tourmaline. I think this is a black tourmaline. Protection, grounding. This is an amazing stone when you really wanna ground things, when you want to be earthy, when you want things to be like, how to say it, this protects you from drifting too far into the clouds, let's say it like that. At least that's how it works for me. Now, what I said to the other group and what I'll be saying to each group is that I will be using one card as overall energy, and the other cards are gonna be the process of us, what is meant to be created for us during this process, what is the new moon asking from us to create. And the card which you guys got is an interesting thing with, like, the group 2 in my previous reading on my channel got the golden rose again, I think. So this is so interesting because this is something hidden, something which is unexpected, something which no one is expecting in a way. And I checked all the cards already, so this is gonna be, like, I think the most spiritual group for me today, but we'll see how things are going. Now, 3 stages, 3 by 3 is gonna be what's gonna be happening here. Let me move this a bit. And I'm gonna be talking about each stage. I'm gonna be combining everything all together at the end, so we'll see how things will go. I do want to point out that the last card, which, oh my god, this was weird. The last card which came up was no, yeah, it was the Knight of Swords, and it came up with the card for this, I think, because 2 of them came up. But I was like, you know what? Nah, I'm not gonna go extra cards here. What I will be doing now is I'm gonna check if I'm gonna be taking reversals for this group or not. Empress, yeah, definitely. Okay, so let me just spread the cards. Interesting thing is you got the High Priestess, like, opened up. So this is something in the clear, and you might not be listening to your intuition about this. So something which you have not been listening to your intuition about, which you're aware of even, is the start. This is what has been happening for you for some time. No, sorry. This is the card which is associated with, oh my god, I'm going cray. This is the card which is associated with the overall energy. So not listening to your intuition. And the interesting thing is the golden rose is something hidden, but the High Priestess reversed is, it's not hidden. So it's like, you might be like, something is very hidden, I don't know what it is, and then the reverse is like, oh no, it's not. We've already given you the intuitive hit, so you already know everything. Let's see. Oh god. Let's see how things are going to be unfolding. So, starting off with the first stage of what you need to be creating for yourself and where you're starting from, you're starting from the position of coagulation, I think. Let me double check this because they might be the other way around, so I know how things are happening. Okay, coagulation it is. Is coagulation or conjunction? Coagulation. Coagulation represents 2 things being combined and materializing. You got the 3 of Swords here. And I think that you are sensing that you might be, like, traumatized by something. And something is materializing for you. Something which has burdened you, something which has been really in your mind. And the first step which will be taken from the first stage is recognition. Combining this energy of the heart and the mind. Being like, yesterday I was listening to this lecture of how feelings create thought and thought intensifies feelings. So I can tell you from myself that sometimes I like to dwell in the toxic behavior of going too deep into something which doesn't serve me really. It's very uncomfortable, but this is my comfort zone. And now, with this here, I'm being asked, hey, recognize that you're creating a reality from a hurt space, hurt heart. The second part of the first stage is chaos, which chaos for me does not represent something bad. It represents possibility, because everything was first created from chaos. It was created from nothing. The Fool. Definitely. A whole new beginning. You're gonna be asked to, okay, well, you got all that, and now you're being given a blank slate. Now it's time for you to move, to jump. And during a chaotic thing which might happen for you, you might have to jump towards something. You might have to take a risky decision. Let's see the whole thing and I'll tell you more. Ash. Ash represents the past, which is something, Four of Wands, some kind of structure. This can be a housing situation, this can be celebration, marriage, this can be a lot of things. The whole thing here is saying you've been hurt, you've been traumatized, but now it's time for you to recognize the past for what it is. You already know that this is long overdue for you to be moving forward, and it's not something hidden, not something which will be you're still dwelling into mental discomfort. And it's time for you to connect the dots in a way where you're like, I choose to move forward into this new direction, which I don't know where it's gonna lead me, but I know that the past does not serve me anymore, because it never created what I wanted. It never brought me this Four of Wands, happiness, happy family, even a celebration. And sometimes like what I heard is this might not even be your energy with Ash. This can be ancestry work where you were dealing with ancestors or just your family's background, and you had to heal, and you're still healing something which is not even yours, which can create this energy of the Three of Swords where you're like, why am I experiencing this like this? I've never had to deal with this in my life. But you're meant to be moving forward without knowing where you're going. This is the first part of this energy. And I think this is more like mental and energetic, where you're like, okay, I choose to move forward. I choose to heal from this energy. The second stage of this is mystical sister. You're being divinely guided. There is a bond. You might have a very good team, spiritual team with you, working with you, which this has been like throughout the lifetimes, throughout the reincarnations. This is not just now. And you got the Two of Wands, which is very nice. Planning. Your spirit team is gonna be like, babes, if you're gonna be moving forward, we're gonna help you plan this. We're gonna allow you to move forward into something which is good for you. Then you got the great work, which is the great work is like the amazing thing which happens at the end. Like this is what is meant to work out for you. King of Cups, emotional fulfillment, emotional maturity. Maybe you're looking for that King of Cups. Maybe you're looking for this very emotionally mature partnership, because we got the Three of Swords here, where they're like, yeah, I'm gonna be like transparent. I'm gonna be allowing space for you to express your emotions, so go with it. And then we got Virgin's Milk, purity. And interesting thing, you got Ten of Cups reversed. The second stage of how things are going to be unfolding, in my opinion, is about planning how to become emotionally mature without expecting absolute emotional fulfillment. Because I think that you might be coming from the place of a bit of a childlike, pure sense of romanticizing something where you're like, well, yeah, things will be amazing, I'm gonna have this best experience in my life, and your spirit guides are gonna be like, yeah, that's not really how it works. The plan here is to be emotionally mature and to work through whatever needs to happen, not for you to be just in comfort. You're meant to be recognizing what makes you unhappy so that you can stay pure. And in a way, this is something which, oh, I got another message. Virgin's milk, stop thinking that some things can't happen. Stop thinking that the worst, or just because the virgin's milk is like, how is gonna a virgin have milk? And the energy here is like, how am I gonna receive 10 of cups, this emotional absolute fulfillment, when I'm undergoing this discomfort energy with the first stage? And your guides are gonna be like, don't don't stress about that. You're not meant to think about how things are gonna happen. You're meant to think about how things can happen for you. Because here I get the energy of, okay, if you want partnership, if you want emotional fulfillment, if you want to be moving forward into something which intuitively you're sensing that it's meant for you to be moving forward, plan the thing which you want. Now here, the third stage is gonna start with Saturn, discipline, structure, time, Ace of Swords. Whole new journey here. You're meant to communicate what you need. And I got the energy of, if someone comes forward towards you and provides you with an option, say what you need, express what you need. I like to also say, because I was listening to this, there is achievement, victory here, but there is also clouds, I think, and a mountain or whatever. I can tell you that it's possible that it won't be easy. Like, this does not mean that this journey is gonna be like, yeah, I'm just gonna say what I want and get what I want. No, but this does represent victory. This does represent clarity. So here it's like Saturn is also in the mix in the whole conjunction today. So what is being asked of you is, what you want is to say to the universe, being like, this is what I want from this experience, this new adventure which I'll be taking, and to communicate it directly. No going, maybe I can comply with this and that. No, this is, I want this and that's it. Nothing like this is Saturn, so discipline. And also, Saturn is going to be asking, what are you willing to do, to fight for, so that you can have that? Antimony, fierce creativity. Seven of Cups. Interesting thing here is that you're going to be asked to dream a little more, in a way of different dreaming, not just like because I think there might be new ways for you to understand. Maybe you're being asked to express and to manifest this through creativity, fierce creativity, or some kind of creative side of yours, or something which you're drawn to, is gonna show you these options. And here with the Seven of Cups, it's like, I have these options, but I don't know what to choose. You're not meant to be choosing. You're meant to be dreaming about it. You're meant to be, I think this is Neptune in Pisces. Don't quote me on that. But it's like this energy of, I see these all like options available to me, and I have no idea what I can do with everything, but which will be the most fulfilling for me? And at the end, Earth's Heart. What was Earth's Heart? I don't remember. Why is the High Priestess here? It's meant to be here, but okay, I'll take it. I'll take the Knight of Swords. Something in your heart is because the Earth's card was this representation of something unknown, which is something in fruition, coming to fruition. And here is gonna be again taking a leap, moving forward. We got a few swords here, so communication will be key here. What the third stage will be about you expressing through communication what you need, and this can come through a very artistic side of yours, where you're like giving options of, I don't know how to express myself like communicationally, so I'm gonna do it artistically. So overall energy here is something which is hidden, like the overall spread, something which is hidden, which is intuitively you know it's not hidden, it's there, and it's bugging you. You're meant to move forward from the idea that you are gonna be traumatized, that things are gonna be bad, that you're not gonna get something good. And you're gonna be asked to move forward, jump, and say, okay, this is what I want. This is, I don't know how it's gonna be happening exactly, but I need it to happen some way which will fulfill me. Then you're gonna be asked to work with your team, spirit team, to plan this out in a way which will make you, what will make you happy. What are you willing to jump for? Are you willing to go emotionally deep and to be like, not in a way even vulnerable? This is not vulnerability, this is rather, I'm moving forward with intention. I know what I'm doing because I'm seeking this 10 of cups. I'm seeking this unexpected emotional fulfillment where people are like, that's not possible. How is this even possible to happen? And then communication, Saturn's way of being mindful of how you speak. Don't be a cutthroat. Maybe you're connected with group 1 in a way. Don't be a cutthroat. Don't be like, I'm gonna like slash everything. Rather use appropriate communication. It can be a little bit fast, maybe a little bit like I didn't think this through a lot, but at least I did it. And then you got this energy of choices. So through this planning, through this healing, through this taking a risk, you're gonna be allowed to choose something. And whatever you need to choose, it's gonna be like I'm sensing energy of I'm choosing something which is like, it's for me. I feel like this spirit is gonna be like me, because Aries, me, and yeah, this is what I can tell you. This is a moment of emotional maturity, because this is in, like the middle of the spread. So yeah, the great, and this is this is what you're meant to be doing in the moment. Emotional maturity. And to be honest, this is the card of Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, and the King of Cups. He knows that he can jump into the deep. He doesn't mind that. He's not like, oh, I'm scared to jump into this, what is gonna bring. No, he's like, I've been there, done that. You can't phase me, you can't surprise me. Even if you surprise me, I can deal with it. So yeah, this is the overall energy, guys. Yeah, thank you so much for watching this. Take time to plan things out with your spirit team. Say what you want and come from the point of what will make you really emotionally fulfilled. And don't be scared to dream. Dream a little bigger. Ask for what you what will really make you happy, and go with it. Go with it, whatever it needs to be. Just be like, yeah, that's what I need, and that's what I'm gonna be getting, and my team is gonna assist me. And be a little bit impulsive about it. Be like weird about it. Be like, maybe this could happen from out of nowhere, and I don't need to think how it's gonna happen. More about it's gonna happen because it can happen. Yeah, so group 2, thank you so much for this and for watching, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Hello, group 3. Let me see what you got. First of all, you got selenite, which is the charging stone. And let me show you. This is because it came into this package of mine, and it's like a protective, a few crystals and the selenite inside to charge them, and I love it. I love it. I love it so much. So yeah, charging, recharging, being connected. That was loud. Now, as I told the other groups, I'm gonna tell you as well. What is gonna be happening here is I'll be the whole reading is about what you're being asked to take action for, to create for your life, and I assume you need to recharge, to receive here. And okay, receiving. What I'll be doing is I have 10 cards. They will be spread in a way where this card here is the overall energy, as well as this tarot is going to be the overall energy, and the other cards are gonna be put in 3 by 3. So this whole journey with the new moon, what is being asked for you to create, is gonna allow you to know the stages in a way you can do that for yourself. So let me just make the spread and we'll move forward with the reading. Yeah, I don't think there's anything which are have channeled messages for you guys specifically from the beginning. First, let me check if I need to be taking reversals, because for the other groups I had to take reversals, but let's see. Am I taking reversals for group 3? Temperance? Well, you guys are gonna be the happy ones, depending, because sometimes reversals can be quite nice. Yeah, let's go. Okay. Is this a 7 or an 8? 8. Good, I'm happy with this. Queen of Wands. 6 of Pentacles, I love this. The Sun. Page of Cups. The Magician. I'm so happy that we're not taking reversals. Now, the first card you got, Chiron, the Wounded Healer. I would advise you to check where your Chiron is in your chart, and depending on where it is, this can bring you a lot of information about how you're going to be traversing this. And you got 6 of Cups, and I heard before I even started the reading is emotional balance, emotional rebalancing. And I assume Chiron here, wherever it is positioned, you might have like emotional imbalances in your life, and here this new moon is gonna be like, it's time for us to heal that. It's time for us to for us to work. Maybe this is important. Maybe you have a labrette. Everybody says it different. Or maybe because I was not speaking correctly, maybe you find it hard to communicate or to ask for what you need. Maybe that's the thing. Let's start with the reading itself. So starting off, this is gonna be like the first stage of the whole process. Lead, and 5 of sword, 5 of wands. I'm getting there because the card, the oracle, represents this energy of something just beginning, something which where was the book? Because where is it? No. Come on. Where was it written? Was it in the... Maybe it was in the box. It was like, from lead to goat, the truth shall be revealed. And it's like, sometimes things need to go through a specific process of, because this is the first like material, which oftentimes is this energy of, this is the foundation, this is how we're starting things out. And I'm getting the sense that your natural abilities going into confrontation, fighting with things, oh my god, it hurts. Maybe you like it to be tough for you. Maybe you're so used to, like Chiron here, being like, I'm just wounded and I'm not healed and I'm just, this is the way I am. But in reality, the first stage is gonna be, the first part of the first stage is recognition that you like to be in this Five of Wands, into competition, into squabbles, into trouble, into people fighting. And Spirit's like, if you want emotional balance, you need to really work on this and recognize that, if not anything else. Then you got Summer, so heat it up. The Moon, interesting. The Moon and the Summer, which is like, we have 3 May, June, July, August. So we have 4 full moons in summer. So full moon in Scorpio, full moon in Sag, full moon in Cap, and full moon in Aquarius. And in Pisces. But it's already September, but nowadays it's different. I'm getting the energy where you're meant to go with your intuition here and shine on this journey, where the Moon is the card of Cancer, and it's Cancer and Pisces. So it's this energy of connection, working with the dark, working with the unknown. Don't take it as working with negative energies, rather it's being lost. I have been helped so many times by Hecate. When I'm lost, I just write a message to her, and I leave it at the crossroad with a gift and being like, ma'am, assist me because I'm fucking lost. And bear in mind, I don't do this like, oh, I don't know what I should be doing like every day. No, this is like for major things in my life. I'm like, assist me. And she has always assisted me. And I'm not telling you to work with Hecate. I'm telling you that in such times, because for me Hecate represents the Moon, working with the dark is going forward without knowing where you're going. And Summer is this, something has come to fruition. Something has already like grown, and now you're bearing the fruits of it. So you're like, my intuition, what I was sensing, I am coming into that. Vinegar. And vinegar, interesting thing I heard is, you can be a little bit sour, but just a little bit. You can be that 5 of Wands. Don't worry about it. You can be a little bit problematic, but just a little bit. Because if it goes too far, it's not good for you. And depending on this card, what the card it will be, we're gonna know what it is. But here, vinegar is, what was it? How to say it? Cleansing and purification. And when it's done properly, it can really help the alchemical process, whatever the alchemical, alchemical process, confirmation bar, alchemical process here. 8 of Pentacles. I got a very interesting message here. I think you actually have been working a lot on this emotional balancing of yourself. And here, you can't be perfect constantly. And the first part of here is gonna be like you recognizing that you've been in the dark for quite some time, and you've been fighting with something which has been like, okay, I need to be working on this. I need to continue working on this journey. And here I'm getting the message of mastering emotions, but mastering your sour self. And if you're like me, maybe you're a little bit toxic, and it's hard because you just have urges to be discomforting. But maybe you've been working on that. Maybe you've been stopping yourself. Maybe you've been using it enough so that you can feel in your comfort zone, but you're like, yeah, but this does not fulfill me. So the third journey here will be recognition of when you're in the dark and when you're having troubles and working on yourself, that you don't need to be perfect. Like, many people try to be the perfect person. You can't be perfect, unfortunately, even if you want to. The second stage now, oil of vitriol. And I want to point out that oil of vitriol is the exact card after vinegar. And oil of vitriol was the top part, which accumulates, I think. And interesting thing here is that it represents a fierce lion coming out and being consumed. And either you are gonna be coming out, your true nature is gonna be coming out, and you're gonna like, this is what I'm taking, or you're gonna be getting consumed. Nine of Swords. You're getting consumed here. And the stage here is consume the anxiety. Consume that stage which makes you feel uncomfortable. Consume that energy which makes you go into your head and being like, oh, I'm anxious, I don't know what to be doing, I'm so alone. Take control of that. Just destroy it. Say, I can do anything. I can create this for myself. So the first part of the second stage is recognizing that you are overthinking and being like, I will stop this. I'm just gonna take control of that. And this is the middle of the spread, which is coming up for me now. So the most important part, copper. And I think copper was associated with love because Aphrodite was copper or whatever. It was from copper. And Queen of Wands, babes, you're deserving of love. And you're deserving of amazing things. You're pretty. You are magical because we got the black cat here. It's just I loved how this card in the book was like, Aphrodite smiles on you. And these days I made my own skincare. I called it Aphrodite's Kiss. So maybe you can work with Aphrodite about something. Maybe if you're looking for love, you can be like, during the new moon, be like, Aphrodite, I want this love. I'm gonna stop overthinking about how it's gonna happen. I am deserving. I'm pretty. I'm getting the Powerpuff Girls and Buttercup being like the professor is like, where is Bubbles? And Buttercup is like, well, probably she's getting ready because she wants to be the prettiest girl at the party. And Bubbles is like shown, and she's like, I'm the prettiest girl at the party, and you're the prettiest girl in the party. So recognize that. And I think Aphrodite is really smiling on you here, and you're gonna be like, maybe what's gonna be happening is you being recognized by Aphrodite. Maybe she will be coming towards you with different signs, roses, just anything Aphrodite. And she's gonna be like, babes, I'm around you and I'm gonna be allowing you these amazing things. You just need to follow me. And I love Aphrodite's energy. I have Venus in Libra, so it's not Venus in Taurus, but Venus is in Taurus at the moment, so stable relationships are able to happen at the moment. Dissolution. Yeah, and we got Six of Pentacles. I'm getting this energy of, I feel like you might be like, oh, there's this balance. There won't be reciprocity, and maybe this is where the uh, Nine of Swords is coming up. This anxiety, and the energy here is like, let's disillusion that. And disillusion means to tone down things. And I want to point out something very interesting. Look at the lines here, yeah? Look at the lines here. Like, oh my god. Tone down the anxiety. There is reciprocity if you just... This represents being helped by others. And I think the second stage here for you, after the whole turmoil of you understanding, well, I can be, is I'm deserving. And I'm not gonna dwell into am I worthy or not. Rather, it's gonna be I am worthy. I'm worthy of being loved, being reciprocated, being given to, or I can give. Because I got the message of maybe you're a person who's like, I can never give love. I don't understand how to give love. And now you're like, how am I supposed to give love? And here it's about in your own way. In your own way. I don't know why I want to cry. This is so interesting. Oh. Now the third stage, benevolent guide. The sun. Aries season. Your childhood. Being dreamy. Your ego. I'm getting this energy of... There might be a Leo helping you out here. But I'm more like getting the energy of being free. Being into the light. And the sun, look how the child is in the horse and it's moving forward. I really like this energy actually, and it's connected to summer there. For me, this represents that you're gonna be shining a light on yourself, and you're gonna be like, maybe your truth is coming out, maybe you're giving truth. I don't have the card here, but you're being guided. You're being guided by divines who are like, listen to your inner child. What does your inner child need? Because you shall receive it. If it's reciprocity and not only emotional, monetarily, abundantly, but we're getting the Six of Cups, so I think this is emotional balance. How will your child react when it receives, when it needs everything it receives? And what does it need? What it never got. Because what it never got, you can receive. And I'm getting the message of sometimes, unfortunately, like, yeah, we have to give each other, like, we have to give the self by itself what it needs, when we shouldn't be look for external validation from others. But oftentimes we get it from others, because you got Chiron, and Chiron is the wounded healer. I myself have Chiron in Libra, and it's in the 29th degree, and because now we have Chiron in Aries, it's going to be an absolute opposition. So now, because how I work naturally is, I need to be chosen. I need to people please. I need to do everything possible so I'm not left out. I need to change and mold and adapt and people please. And now with Chiron opposite of mine, I'm like, well, I feel discomfort, because if I do something which is not people please, this will make discomfort here. But I need to because I can't be people pleasing, and it's awful. It's awful because it's an opposition. And why do I tell you this? Because Chiron is not easy energy. Chiron is a wound. Chiron is a true wound, and maybe you have people around you who are triggering that wound for you. The drowned king. Killing the ego. Page of Cups. This can be a few things. The first message I heard is receiving love or giving love. And we got that energy there with the Six of Pentacles. The drowned king represents to drown the authoritative stage, drown that way of being, so that you can... Is my shirt? No, it's alright. I thought my shirt is upside around. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe you think that you're like... Maybe you think that you're weird and that you're doing something not appropriately, but it's actually quite normal. And with the drowned king, you're being asked to leave the ego behind. Be emotional. Be the crybaby. Go forward with emotional fulfillment. Whatever it is for you, ask for what you need. Or if there is someone who needs your cup, maybe there's a person in your life who's like, this can be artistry. So maybe you're being asked to be artistic here. But if there is a person who needs you, you might be asked to kill the ego and be like, here is my cup, and I might be broken after this, but at least I'm killing the ego. Androgyny and the magician. Divine masculine, divine feminine. I heard co-creating with the universe, but not in a way just from, because we got the drum king, not just from the side of I want that so that I can have things or control, or from the other side of I want to have that so that I can receive. Rather, it's this energy of I am both. I am working with this energy, with the universe, because this is what I want to give. This is I'll give you again an example from me. In myself, I have this need to be nurturing, to look after someone, to like a mother energy. And the problem with me is that I often, because again, Chiron in Libra, I people please and I put myself behind so that I can still have these drops of emotional fulfillment, so that I can look after someone, but I don't expect it correctly to be given to me, and there's this balance with me. And here, whichever side you're on, you're being asked to what you're willing to give, what you're willing to receive. And with the third stage here for me is bring the light of emotions through creativity and creation. Ask the universe to give you the opportunity where you can be guided into killing your ego. This can be discomforting, but this is your truest, most authentic divine masculine, divine feminine energy at the same time. And overall energy here for me, what you're being asked by the new moon here is your trauma from Chiron, what you are healing emotionally, your past, your childhood, because this can represent childhood, how you work, how you are maybe toxic, and what you've been working